Gigantopithecus is an extinct genus of ape from the early to middle Pleistocene of southern China, represented by one species, Gigantopithecus blacki. Potential identifications have also been made in Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia. The first remains of Gigantopithecus, 2/3 molar teeth, were identified in a drugstore by anthropologist Ralph von Koenigswald in 1935, who subsequently described the ape. In 1956, the first mandible and over 1,000 teeth were found in Luqing, and numerous more remains have since been found in at least 16 sites. Only teeth and 4 mandibles are known currently, and other skeletal elements were likely consumed by porcupines before they could fossilize. Gigantopithecus was once argued to be a hominin, a member of the human line, but it is now thought to be closely allied with orangutans, classified in the subfamily Pongini. Gigantopithecus has traditionally been restored as a massive, gorilla-like ape, potentially 200 to 300 kilograms, 440 to 660 pounds, when alive, but the paucity of remains makes total size estimates highly speculative. The species may have been sexually dimorphic, with males much bigger than females. The incisors are reduced and the canines appear to have functioned like cheek teeth, premolars and molars. The premolars are high-crowned, and the 4th premolar is very molar-like. The molars are the largest of any known ape and have a relatively flat surface. Gigantopithecus had the thickest enamel by an absolute measure of any ape, up to 6 millimeters, a quarter of an inch, in some areas, though was only fairly thick when tooth size is taken into account. Gigantopithecus appears to have been a generalist herbivore of C3 forest plants, with the jaw adapted to grinding, crushing, and cutting through tough, fibrous plants, and the thick enamel functioning to resist foods with abrasive particles such as stems, roots, and tubers with dirt. Some teeth bear traces of fig family fruits, which may have been important dietary components. It primarily lived in subtropical to tropical forest and went extinct about 300,000 years ago, likely because of the retreat of preferred habitat due to climate change and potentially archaic human activity. Gigantopithecus has become popular in cryptozoology circles as the identity of the Tibetan Yeti or the American Bigfoot, human-like creatures in local folklore. Did you know the 5 men who appeared in Marlboro-related advertisements? Wayne McLaren, David McLean, Dick Hammer, Eric Lawson, Jerome Edward Jackson died of smoking-related diseases, thus earning Marlboro cigarettes, specifically Marlboro Reds, the nickname Cowboy Killers. Wayne McLaren testified in favor of anti-smoking legislation at the age of 51. During the time of McLaren's anti-smoking activism, Philip Morris denied that McLaren ever appeared in a Marlboro ad, a position it later amended to maintain that while he did appear in ads, he was not the Marlboro Man. Winfield held that title. In response, McLaren produced an affidavit from a talent agency that had represented him, along with a paycheck stub, asserting he had been paid for work on a Marlboro print job. McLaren died before his 52nd birthday in 1992. David McLean died of lung cancer at the age of 73 in 1995. After his death, his widow, Lilo McLean, sued Philip Morris, claiming that McLean's disease was brought on because he had to smoke multiple packs of cigarettes during advertising shoots. Her case was dismissed, and she was forced to pay the cigarette company's court case costs. Eric Lawson, who appeared in Marlboro print ads from 1978 to 1981, died at the age of 72 on January 10, 2014, of respiratory failure due to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD. A smoker since age 14, Lawson later appeared in an anti-smoking commercial that parodied the Marlboro Man, and also in an Entertainment Tonight segment to discuss the negative effects of smoking. Jerome Edward Jackson died of lung cancer in 2008 and was a former owner of the world-renowned Deer Run Mastiff Kennels.